This video should give you a quick overview of the Pic Puller image browser field type. In the demo site I'll be showing you, I've already installed Pic Puller in Expression Engine. I've created my application on the Instagram site, and I've authorized that application within the Expression Engine control panel. I've also set up an example of the field type in use, as you can see here on my screen. The field type contains two different types of image browsers, and I'll show you both of those. The first, right here, is an image browser for the photo stream of the user who authorized access to Instagram through Expression Engine. In this case, that's me. So when I click this button, you'll see my personal series of photos that I've taken on Instagram. And so these are my photos. I can scroll through, I can load more images from my photo stream, and I could select an image. And that will put the image ID right here. The second is an image browser that lets you search all public images on Instagram based on the tags they've been given by the user or by the author of the photo. So I'm going to click here and search for cats. Notice that this says search for a single tag. That's because the Instagram API doesn't let you search for two tags and cross-reference them. So I couldn't search for cats and, I don't know, calico at the same time. I can search for one of the two only at one time. So I'm going to search for cats. And I hit search. And these are all images tagged with the word cats. And you can see the word cats is coming up here. Cats is coming up here. This one I'm assuming is tagged with the word cats in a subsequent caption that you put on Instagram. So like how that works is if I take an image and I give it a title and I come back later, I can add additional tags to that image. Now, whether you show both types of image browsing is up to you. It's based on the preferences you choose when you create your Expression Engine site. Let's take a look at the options you have for the Pic Puller field type. There are global options that will affect all instances of the field type that you create. When you create an instance of the Pic Puller image browser, though, you will be able to override these global options. The global settings are accessed in your field types screen under the add-ons drop-down menu. Once the Pic Puller field type is installed, it will be a link that you can click. And you can see that's a link on my screen here because it's pink. So I'm going to click that link. And you'll initially find all these options default to yes. The first option is for showing the default instructions that ship with the field type. Those instructions are browse for an image on Instagram or enter its media ID manually. That language is in the language file that ships with Pic Puller. It's called lang ig picpuller.php. You can see I'm pointing at it here on the screen. Much of the language within Pic Puller is defined by this file, so you can change it to be what you need it to be. Let's take a look at that file quickly. And here are the default instructions I have. I can change these to suit my particular site that I'm building. That should give you some additional customization if you need it. Now let's get back to the actual Pic Puller application. As I mentioned before, setting the options on this global screen will set the default options for all the instances of the field type that you create. For now, let's redefine the default not to show these instructions. I'm going to click no, and then I'm going to click submit, and that will save those options, as you can see here when I check them again. Next, I will create a new field type. Under admin, channel administration, and field types, I'm just going to hit create a new field group. I'm just going to call this test. Alright, so under test I'm going to create a new channel field. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is select Pic Puller for Instagram browser, test only. Alright, I'm going to come down here to the field options, and you'll see that this is defaulted to no because I don't want to set the instructions here. I would probably then set them here, like get your photos here. And I would hit submit, and that would create a new field type of the image browser, showing both the personal photo stream browser and the search browser, but not my default instructions. All right, I'm not going to save this because this was just to demonstrate that. Let's look at something I've already created, which was the field type for this first screen we looked at. So we're going to change this particular instance of the field type. So I'm going to go under Admin, Channel Images, Channel Fields. On this screen, I'm going to choose the typical field type example, which is the name of this channel field group. And in this group, I'm going to choose Pic Puller test field type, which is my label I've given to this particular instance of the browser. All right, so now that I'm on this particular instance of the Pic Puller image browser, I'm going to scroll down to the field options, and you'll see that they're all set to yes, because when we were looking at that example, you saw the instructions, you saw the stream browser, and you also saw the search browser buttons. So in this example, I only want to show the personal photo stream browser, so I'm going to select off for the search browser, and I'm going to select off for the Pic Puller field type instructions. And since I'm not using the default instructions, I'm going to put some of my own instructions in here, which will read get your photos from Instagram here, or actually get your photo, because this is not set up in a matrix field type, so you can only choose a single photo here. So get your photo from Instagram here, and I'm going to hit update. Now that those preferences have been saved, let's go up and look at this field type in use. All right, now we see get your photo from Instagram here, which is the instructions that we set for this particular field type, this instance. And we're also only seeing the Instagram browser for this particular person's photo stream. We're not seeing the search. And this is set up this way because I felt you were probably going to want to do one or the other. Like, let's say your client is having a contest on Instagram and they're asking people to post photos with a tag of Coca-Cola contest or something like that. You're only going to want to choose from tag searches. You're not going to want to choose from your own photo stream. So that's why it's kind of one or the other. So basically, that's how the field type works. I hope you enjoyed this overview, and if this suits your needs, please pick up a copy of Pic Puller. Thanks a lot.